Hey guys, this is going to be a pretty short, free form type video. I'm kind of just going to talk a little bit about hashtag ILCA please and the battle timer in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. If you guys haven't seen Pokeaims video they just released, I believe it was just it was like hashtag ILCA please. I don't know if that was the actual title, but it was basically him talking about how in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, it's a lot like Sword and Shield, where there is only a 20-minute timer when it comes to 6v6 singles battles, and how bad that really is and how unplayable it really is for so many different people. And another big thing I kind of want to talk about with that is not only is there this really restrictive timer option that doesn't really allow for viable 6v6 Wi-Fi playing, whether that be your typical Wi-Fi battles or playing in Draft League, which is what we do here on this channel, which I kind of want to talk about as well. But the fact that there's no other options, even in Sword and Shield, there was technically another option with connecting to LAN servers and playing via LAN. Now, was it very iffy? Yeah, not iffy and unsafe. Iffy is in like it works sometimes, it works sometimes, and it doesn't other times. And some people just can't get it to work. Sometimes it takes longer than it should for no inconceivable reason. But at the very least, it was a workaround. And it was something that the draft community could do to at least still run these Wi-Fi leagues for you guys watching back at home, or for us to play in, because we really genuinely enjoy the draft format. In BDSP, there is no option for that. There is no way for us to connect via LAN servers, at least unless you have a modded switch or anything like that. So it really does just kind of defeat any chance of us having BDSP Wi-Fi League, which could have been a great shakeup for the meta. We've been playing Sword and Shield for so long. I know tons of people, including myself, were ridiculously excited for BDSP to come out, because it gave us a little bit of a break of Sword and Shield, at least for a couple months, even if it is a limited decks and things like that. It gave us a fun option to where we could kind of shake things up and try out a new metagame and, see some new threats, use some Pokemon we haven't used in a while in draft and things like that, especially on Wi-Fi. But with this timer situation, it's basically impossible. I'm going to try and get some BDSP Wi-Fi leagues for you, but I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm not super excited for them. I'm really not super excited for them, because if they're 6v6, it's ridiculously hard to play. It's extremely restrictive in playstyles and things you can do. I've seen leagues that are doing 6v6 ridiculously overvalue and overprice fat bulky mons, because the timer is so small. It's really easy to draft really balance heavy teams or semi-stall or even stall type teams, and just never finish a game and be able to win the game very easy. And I think it sucks that we have to restrict a whole playstyle. I play a lot of balance in draft. I love my fat builds, and I love sitting in front of people, but it's not really an option in this if we want to have actual entertaining games, and not even just entertaining for the people watching, entertaining for ourselves. Make them actually fun and worth playing, and setting up and building these hours every week just to play half of a game and win 4-2 or lose 3-5 or something like that. Like, it's really not super fun. It's not entertaining. It's not a really viable option, to be completely honest. So I do have one that's lined up, but I'm not super excited for it. And then I'm playing in another tournament that's going to be 4v4. And it's a workaround, and I totally get trying to work around it, working with the best we've got. But it's not Draft League, and it's just not the same it's not the same competitive level as it was going to be before. So I can guarantee you most leagues are going to be back on Sword and Shield very soon. And this timer situation, and not only this, but also in Sword and Shield, where there is technically a workaround, has absolutely killed off the Draft League. It's slowly dying in the Wi-Fi scene. Showdown's fine. It's very easy to play in Showdown Draft Leagues. Incredibly easy, in fact. But from the Wi-Fi side, it's so largely inaccessible for the average person who just wants to jump in and play. Like, I started playing in Gen 7, right? I started playing Wi-Fi Draft League in, I'd say, a little after Sun and Moon dropped, maybe like a half a year after Sun and Moon dropped, and I played all the way through Usum, all that good stuff, going into Sword and Shield. And it's so crazy how condensed the community has become, because back in Gen 7, I played in Wi-Fi leagues for fun. They weren't even upload leagues, just because it was very accessible. With a 60-minute timer, you could just load up, play with your friends, as long as you had someone to gen in your teams, or, if you wanted to breed, if you're that guy. It was very easy to potentially get a game going. And, obviously playing a league and things like that. Even if you're just playing casual, you just want to see the cool animations, you just want to see your shiny Pokemon look cool and stuff like that as you're playing through your Draft League matches. There was probably at least double, if not triple, the amount of Wi-Fi leagues in Gen 7 as there are in Gen 8. Gen 8, it's so condensed because it's really only worthwhile if you are a content creator. It is only worthwhile if you're a content creator, you're trying to make things look pretty and nice visually, have that different air of hype to it, which Showdown doesn't always have, especially in a Draft League setting. So that's why you see the same people playing in the same leagues all the time. It also has that big stopgap of obviously needing capture recording devices and stuff like that, which you didn't need in Gen 7 because there was a versus recorder, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. So it really sucks as a Draft League player, seeing the community that I really fell in love with and got me back into Pokemon slowly taper off and slowly die just due to lack of options. And it's not like it's something that's impossible that we're asking for. It's something we had for years prior, and I'm not even asking for the main timer to be 60 minutes. Give us an option to do 60 minutes. Give us an option to do the 10-minute chess timer that we've been doing on Sword and Shield land battles. Those are ridiculously good. I actually prefer the 10-minute chess timer opposed to that full 60-minute because it puts your own time in your hands and you're not as likely to get timer stalled. I really do think that that's all we need for Draft League to really make a comeback, and you can see your favorite creators, the bigger creators who don't necessarily do draft anymore because there just isn't a huge reward from it with you know, the cost that it takes and how much time it does take to set up on Sword and Shield, and now in BDSP obviously it's not a viable thing. It's incredibly hard to justify playing in a Draft League like that nowadays, opposed to, you know, doing something else. So I guess this is my iteration from a Draft League player's perspective on how much the timer has really hurt my community, the community that I really enjoy, and my, you know, attempt to, you know, ask ILCA, please, man, just give us options for the timer, just some kind of patch. I'm sure it can't be too difficult, knowing all the things that the Pokemon company, or not even the Pokemon company, that they've been able to do with these games so far. I really just don't see why we don't have multiple options other than just we don't want you to play singles, which might be another discussion for another day. So I guess this is going to be my iteration of, you know, hashtag ILCA, please. I'm going to link Pokeaims' tweet in the description below. I would love if you guys went there, retweeted that, drop the hashtag ILCA, please. Just, you know, get it as much traction as possible. And I know, like, obviously, I'm a small Draft League YouTuber. I'm not even at 600 subs. Like, I do this for fun. But I at least wanted to give my 2 cents on it. And I implore you to do so yourself if you are a Draft League creator, if you're a Pokemon creator, or if you just, you know, enjoy Pokemon and you like playing it, and you can't play it the way you want to because the Pokemon company decided, you know, you can play other ways. It's fine. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, go check that out in the description below. Go retweet that tweet. And, yeah, that's all I really have. Thanks for listening to me. Later.